There are actually several ways you can do that. You can obviously call 911 if you see something happening right now and you're looking for a police officer to respond to where you're at and what you're watching. You can call 911. That aside, you can always call our anonymous tip line at 304-696-4444. That's a great way to leave information there that might be looked at later or might be in reference to ongoing activity. And also, we have police officers that attend community meetings throughout the city every month, and all those are listed at the city's website under Neighborhood Institute, and you can always speak to a policeman there either before, during, or after the meeting. You will not speak to a police officer when you call the anonymous tip line. That goes straight to a recording, and all those calls are logged. Eventually, at some point in time, whether later that day or the next morning, those calls will be reviewed by an individual who will then assign all those tips to the appropriate bureau or person for follow-up or investigation. Sometimes you may get a call back. Sometimes we just use that information to help build and establish probable cause on an ongoing problem. But even though you don't speak to a person when you call, each and every one of those calls is reviewed and listened to by a person. You do not have to leave a name and phone number with calls to the anonymous tip line unless you want to. If you're looking for somebody to call back, some kind of a follow-up, obviously we need a name and a phone number. We need to know how to reach you. But if you don't want to leave that personal information there, some folks just don't necessarily want to be involved, but they want to make us aware of things, you're more than welcome to leave that information there. Whether you leave a name and phone number or not, it will still be passed on to the appropriate person for follow-up. If you're leaving information on our anonymous tip line, the things that we're looking for are the basic facts, the who, what, where, when, why, and how. So we need a basic brief description of the type of activity you're calling about, any person's descriptions, names if you have them, vehicle descriptions, and time of day is also important too, because for some types of activity, things don't happen necessarily in the day that do at night. So we need to know not only what we're looking for, but when. Call 911, obviously, when you need a policeman to come to where you're at right now. Whether that's an emergency, something happening this instant that you need a police response for, or something like a vehicle crash or a report. If you need to see a policeman right now today, you want to call 911. If you just want to leave information that you think the police department needs to know about and you'd like to see us try to follow up on, then that would be more appropriate for the tip line.